Members of the viewing audience. Almost didn't get through that one. We are live once again for another exciting episode of Written Wednesday, and by exciting I mean hopefully we'll get some work done. Admittedly, I haven't done much since the last time we've seen you. We apparently have become the queen, and I'm looking to want to try and shoot through it. I picked up some donuts today. I have the fine silver set here for a nice little fancy jaunt and foray into the inner machinations of my mind. And we're going to see what we can do here. I've actually been thinking, and while visually there is no way to want to speak of this, to want to show it, I'm thinking in the narration, I've been redesigning the command deck of the Defender, which is effectively what I call the bridge in this. With the UCast the way it is, it refers to it exclusively as the command deck. Hey, Ray! Good to see you. And Kitari. Ooh, we have a newbie. We have a newbie. I am very pleased to meet you. Thank you very much. Welcome to the fanciest, silveriest show on Picarto. Oh, Ray, I wanted to show you a little something special that came in the mail. I hope you're ready for this, Ray. Brace yourself. Oh, have yourself a merry little Christmas. This tablet's huge. Look at this. Next to my head. This thing is enormous. This is a tablet you could sleep on. I have provided you art, room, and board. This is a roof. Oh, you have yet to see this thing up close. Wait, let me show you the actual module. Like, this is a gorgeous tablet, and it is my honor to have got this for you and repaid you for the lovely tablet you sent me. And again, I hope your therapy's been going well after your surgery on your leg. I'm very happy that you went through with that. I am overjoyed that it went well, and I know with the inner wealth of strength that you have to your character, you're going to recover just fine, and you're going to be amazing. And you can follow your dream and become a violent electric metal pop river stomp artist. Oh, good news about my therapy, but about that later. Indeed. Look at this thing! It's huge! And it's so sleek and smooth. This is butter in digital art form. Yeah, I left little fingery prints on it. Let me just rub that against the man boober. There. Nothing cleans quite like man breasts. And that's a fact you can take to the bank. There we go. So, sorry for defiling your tablet before you got it. We're gonna have to queue up some therapy for it too. Yeah. So that'll be my next care package. I'll keep a box specifically for that. Oh, Jesus! I broke everything. Get back in the box. But yeah, I wanted to show you that. It arrived not so long ago. I'm going to try and have it in the mail by tomorrow, and I can't wait to see the lovely, lovely art that you make with this thing. Come on, I can outsmart a box. Close it. Let me see. Oh, that thing is so cool looking. I know. So much room. You're too nice. Thank you. You really didn't have to, but I'm so appreciative that you did. Yeah, no. I know how it is trying to be a digital artist, trying to make a living and surviving online. The market is so ridiculously oversaturated that you have to pump out content just in an endless loop. Otherwise, you get lost into obscurity. And I don't want that to happen to you. You have such a lovely art style and such beautiful characters that I want to see you succeed. I want to see what the maximum destination of Ray is. I want to see where you can go and where your style takes you. And yes, I do apologize, as Gidge says here, man boober, for defiling your tablet. I'll send bleach in another packet. In the meantime, let's queue up some tea. I didn't sweeten this before, so I don't know why I chose not to sweeten it. I guess my logic was the donuts I have here will be sweet enough. And I don't know why here of late we've decided, why have I become the queen? I don't know why I've decided to just launch in stream, but let's see how far I can actually make it. And then covertly, secretly open up OBS to make sure I'm still in frame. Alrighty. But like I was saying, I'm thinking about redesigning the command deck a little bit, and with some touch-ups, it won't really require that much to edit it into earlier parts of the writing. And since Ray is here, and Ray is de facto the best editor I have on this thing, I'm just going to put that out there and subtly hint with my massive forehead powers that I'm going to need your help going through and proofreading this and making sure that I keep a consistent design. I might have to whip up a few sketches for the actual design of the command deck or various other rooms. I have tea too. Lemon sweet tea for me. Ah, mine is warm Earl Grey. I'm rocking the full Picard. Tea Earl Grey hot. I think he's trying to communicate. Yes, I'm sending you a head beam. Embrace the power of illuminated forehead. And failing that, embrace the power of double chin spilling over my necktie. Looks like the Stay Puft guy from from Ghostbusters. Oh, that is a number on the neck too. Yeah, I have no problem helping out, dude. More than happy to. You just let me know and I'll do it. Okay, cool. I just so happen to have a body in the garage. And no, it isn't, Ethan, but I'm going to need your help getting rid of that. Best friends! Friendship! Alrighty. Enough stalling. Let's get this party started by throwing platitudes at the page and hope they stick and amalgamate into words. Too squeamish for that kind of job. Fair enough. Wait a second. Okay. For a second there, I didn't remember if I hit the recording button. Otherwise, did a little tiny bit of being annoyed. Ooh. So, out of curiosity, Kurtai, where are you from? Are you just passing through, or are you one of the people I know on Twitter or somewhere else? Either way, I'm glad to have you here. From Val's Yinglet Discord. Oh, I have a Yinglet aboard. Lovely. Well, it's good to have you here. I offer you the finest silver for your little shell tooth to pit and puncture. Did I ever tell you, I actually, I roomed with Cesra this year at Megaplex. And I surprised her in the room as a token of my appreciation for her joining. I brought a bunch of silver goblets, plates, and I did a bunch of cooking beforehand, and I had this nice little silvery dinner set up for, obviously, the esteemed rank of matriarch, and it tickled her fancy something fierce, and it was very pleasant. I actually did a picture on DeviantArt and for Affinity to commemorate the moment. And speaking of which, boy, that is really hot. Yes, that is still scorching my mouth. Hey, Birdo's here. Hello, Birdo. I thought you were being kidnapped in the TCC chat and experimented upon. All right, you got it. You got it, Captain, came the grimly confident tone of the pilot. Now, I'm just going to make sure I'm spelling that correctly, because I think recently my spell check decided that it just had better things to do. Alright, so... yeah, I know it had dumped a few words, but let me see here. Did I... yeah, I know for a fact. Hello, Mayo. They let me out early. I was good, so they threw me out with a cookie. I feel it. Well, Berto, in celebration of your freedom. Oh, and there's 4 members of the chat. Here's a donut for everybody. Come one, come all, come Yinglets, come Ray. Enjoy yourself a nice little pastry, which I will reward myself with only after I get some typing done. Now, I have to spell check and go through here because I know for a fact I have this character's name before in the book. Oh, I did. I spelt it with a Y. Oh. Oh, it's demoralizing. Oh. Right in the groin. Replace. Kliker with Kliker. I wish I could have a donut. I feel like I need one. Do not tempt me. I have your physical address and Tupperware. I will make donuts happen, Ray. I promise you that. Just as soon as I break my own neck. Now, here is something for the chat to vote on. I am going to make this an interactive stream. You are going to have some level of influence on the novel. So, I have 2 characters in the book. They are twin brothers, both child prodigies. Oh, guess what? Oh, engage, that sounds nice. Sounds like Ray needs a hug. Yes, everybody. Oh, hey. Language, please, Missy. Now, I have 2 twin brothers in the story. They are both prodigies alike. They are incredible pilots and navigators within the UCASC, and they are both serving, luckily, aboard the same stellar vehicle. One's name is Ronald. The other I decided to name Kliker. Their last name is Ostergaard. If I recall correctly, I made them Swedish. Or no, I made them Danish, is what it was. Now, I want your opinion for the spelling of Kliker's name. Should it be K-L-Y-K-E-R or some variation using a Y, or should it be K-L-I-C-K-E-R like it was written in here earlier? I will let you pick how the name is. Just vote. Alright, we have 1 for Y from Dark Birdo. What do you say, Ray? Now, note, their last name is Ostergaard, if that helps at all. So it would be Ronald Ostergaard and Kliker Ostergaard. Shh, bro, you're gonna anger the Danes. Shh, it's fine. It's fine. Heck, I need to change my username, says Birdo. We're going to change her I to a Y as well. It's going to be Dark Beardo. I was going to say Kliker, but that's German. I wonder how... I'm going to look into that, actually. What is the like on a map? How close is... Ooh, I just realized something else. I want to have to look on a map here. Hang on. What is the German influence? How much influence influence does Germany have? Hey, Meg! No, that's fine. I need to do some research. And I've also realized I don't know where Danish comes from. I don't know the actual country. So right now, in my brain, it's just Daneland. Or Dane. The Kingdom of Dane. Where does Danish come from? Oh dear. Google, help me out here. Where does Danish come from? Denmark. Is it Denmark? Denmark. No, I don't mean the pastry. Where do Danish people come from? Danish, Lancashire. North Germanic. Oh, Germanic Denmark. Okay, yes. So, Ray, you bring up a good point. There is a German influence in Denmark. So, your spelling might actually work better for his name. So, let me scroll up and see how you did that. I rather like the way that looked. That actually made it feel like a real name. Klager. E-I-K. Klager. I like that. Find and replace. Does everybody like that spelling? I'm kind of cool with that spelling. Is that good with everybody? Or are we going to be that interactive? Wait. Notre Dame? Really, Gidge? Really? Berto must yeet. Oh, well, it was good to have you, Berto. Oh, that's unfortunate. I hope it's all well, and I was very happy to have you here, short though it may be. Your donut is in the mail. Okay. It can either be Klager. What's it pronounced the same? I had fun for 5 minutes. Okay. Find and replace. No, replace all. Replace. Yes. Wait, do replacement. Okay. So I like that. I like that spelling. That feels good. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And this is always a big thing for me. As stupid as it is, whenever I get to say add to dictionary for a character's name plus apostrophe S showing possessive or ownership to it, I feel like that's officially the point in the book where they become a real character. And yes, you did help, Ray. Your presence here helps. You and Meg and Gidge and everybody else, even the beloved Sush, the anime goblin that occasionally appears in stream when she feels like it. You all help me, and every single week. I appreciate you being here because it inspires me and drives me to keep trying to work on this, instead of falling into a rut where either I get distracted or I just waste my time and not work on it to the effect that I'd want to. My phone still refuses to recognize my name, which is funny because the spell check on my old Galaxy S4, I think, has just given up and has accepted a lot of our goofy spelling as just real words. Okay. Put my hand in frosting. That is fantastic. That does not go there, brain. I'm not real yet. No, Gidge, you still have to go through a whole metamorphosis arc. It's like that larva Mario thing that Lumpy Space does that. Oh my god, I'm alive. Is this air? Ooh, that's a little rich. So, real brief good news from Ray. After I pour some more piping hot tea. After close work at my physical therapy, I can absolutely walk now with no help from the knee scooter. Oh my God, that's great, Ray. You're mobile. You are now an independent little Ray. You have fun in this big old world. Oh, Gitch, I'm your brother. God, that whole thing is just absolutely hilarious. I'm going to be careful not to look it up. Otherwise, this is just going to eventually become a React channel. Okay. Ray, rise up! It's my time. Your time is now. Okay. I'm going to actually go up to an old part here where I'm describing the command deck. Let me see. Vitor. Ah, here we are. Boy, back to the opening of the book here. Now, I think outfox should have a hyphen between it. Exchanging nods, the uncap. Well, I'll read it properly. And this is definitely out of context. We're jumping into the early pages that still need work, but alright. Exchanging nods, the young captain... Oh, hang on. I can be fancier. I got these to be fancier. We need to elevate the fanciness. The silver isn't enough. Hang on. I need to look more like I'm from the 1700s. Ah, yes, here we go. My distance glasses that I don't need for reading close up, but seeing far away that I'm going to use for reading because it makes me look smorp. Exchanging nods, the young captain returned to the hall outside of the engine room and continued his trek deeper into the ship. Ooh, there's no. I have it that the UCASC is very anal about not using the terminology ship, because being aliens, they don't have necessarily the same maritime connection to their large spacecraft that we do, whereas we'd call it a spaceship, they call it a star vehicle or a stellar vessel or something like that, because in their minds you don't call a plane a skyboat. So they don't see the connection there. For them, that small cultural effleurage there, that little tiny embellishment, just does not land with them, and they don't get it and will not use that terminology. So I need to keep that for literary consistency. Let's try this sentence a third time. Exchanging nods, the young captain returned to the hall outside of the engine room and continued his trek deeper into the vehicle. Were he to continue all the way to the forward section of this deck... Space car, yes, exactly. But no, that's actually something you should mark for your own writing. Literary consistency. If there's something you want to sell to your audience that a species or a race or a group or an ideology reacts or responds or identifies certain things, you must devote yourself as a writer or as a comic book author or whatever you're going to be doing. Devote yourself to, in narrative and through dialogue, establishing this point for your audience. You need to develop a sense of consistency, otherwise it's going to be very subtle, but whatever you can do to help them suspend their disbelief and get invested in your world or feel like they understand it or give them some sort of connection, even if it's a ridiculous little rule like that, do it. You'll thank yourself later. That little extra attention to detail will benefit you immensely. Alright, were he to continue all the way to the forward section of this deck, the young man would eventually end up in the waste disposal and recycling center, which dominated most of the forward section of the deck. I'm going to have to go back and rewrite this because there's too many the deck in there. Again, this is an older part of the book. I've been working on this particular version of the book for a very long time, and in order to shore it up for a 2020 release, I'm definitely going to have to polish a few areas. Instead, the young officer continued down the hall, past a few chemical storerooms and workshops before rounding a corner, passing a security subsection, and entering one of the main lifts to the floor that ran the entire way to the command deck on Deck 1. One last push, one final hurdle, and then he'd be at the helm, shipping out. Isn't deck a maritime thing too? Yes, kind of, but I do leave that in for ease. Just because there's a certain boundary I don't want to push beyond, because I don't want to delve into it becoming obnoxious for a reader to read. It's an identifiable term, and deck... I suppose you could use floor or shelf or something like that, but I don't want to go too crazy with that, and deck is such a used word now enough that I think you could let it pass without it having any super nautical context. But that is a good point, and thank you for pointing that out, Kurtai. Ooh, it's going to be difficult for me to want to say Kurtai, like my neck. Okay, Kurtai, thank you very much for pointing that out. I will look about that and think if I can't replace that later. That is a good note. You have earned yourself 1 clam, as is customary for Yinglets doing a good deed. The halls leading towards the forward section of Deck 1 began to take on a golden hue from the increased lighting as Tanner continued along through a small security foyer. Call it the command chamber. Ooh. Through a small security foyer, and then down a long curved hall that led all the way to the command center. Unlike the corridors and the engineering deck, the halls on Deck 1 were primarily a macaroon cream color, with the orchid purple tinted silver metal running horizontally along the midpoint of the wall panels with chrome-colored ducts, and lighting fixtures curving into the ceiling. Passing a storeroom which was mirrored on the other end of the large looped hall, Tanner finally stopped in the middle of the forwardmost section of the hall. Behind him stood the door leading to the mail room, but ahead of him stood 3 doors which led to the frontmost section of the ship. And I'm going to have to change some coloring here too, as well as the 3 doors. The third is only visible from inside the command deck because the centermost one is the main elevator. So this whole bit here, let me see, I'm going to mark this to be changed. Boop. There we go. Because a lot of this still needs work, and I need to go back and fix that. So, just for consistency's sake, I'm going to mark this, and I'm going to save. In the center was a small, thickly plated archway which jutted out, housing a door and proofreading. Dressed in bright electric metallic blue color, while the more humble yellow doors sat at either side. A small hiss escaped the door mechanisms as Tanner stepped forward, and one of the yellow doors pulled open vertically. Here we are. Down here. The command deck seemed separated into 2 levels by a small series of stairs built into its floor. Towards the far front of the room, and subsequently the bow, of the ship. Yeah, I went way too nautical here. I think this is before I settled on my own rule here. So, just gonna mark you 2 and save. The bow of the ship was the primary viewing monitors, which gave a perfect view of the dry dock. I'll put a hyphen there. Ahead of the little ship that ran a considerable way up and along the ceiling. These primary screens also allowed for video communication systems display for the forward or the command crew, and monitoring all spectrums that they'd encounter in the wilderness of the stars. Just below this screen was a coffee table-sized cylinder facing directly outwards, flanked by 2 shipboard radiators. The function of said cylinder being a dedicated computer core. 2 screens built into the curvature on the far sides of the front of the command deck that sunk down into the floor offered a perfect view that was below the Defender's underbelly. Dry dock is very nautical too. I felt like that was a very identifiable word, but you're right there too. I should probably look into that. Because I know I do go a little bit nautical. I am insistent at calling them star ports. So, I'm going to have to find the balance here. Maybe thinking of it as a mobile base, then a ship would help with the consistency. That's a very good point too. You are earning yourself some clams, my friend. Just infinite clams. I might throw in an oyster too. On this lower level of the command deck, to the right side, was the chief gunner and technician's controls, and other terminals all the way back to the several stairs leading up to where Tanner and Cairo stood. Why is that capitalized? Yeah, I'm going to have to redo most of this. I did forget about the radiators, though. Maybe a few urchins as well. You can't go wrong with urchins. You just can't. Along the right wall of the upper section was a myriad of different consoles, which were mirrored on the left side. The lower section was mostly focused on the view of the ships outside, and the upper level would have been the area focused mostly on the controls of the ship. Cairo's sensors and operations station sported many interfaces for her to interact with, as well as the standard honeycomb grouped buttons in the engine room. The forwardmost of many stations. Okay, what happened? I had to go scold the doggy. She got a thing off the counter. Ooh, oh no. No. Yeah, I think I'm going to save this for a later date. Come back towards this after finishing up here a bit. And just focus on spilling it out. I just shaved so my nose is all itchy. And just describe the station down here. Either way, this is quite a good ways down in the book. So I'm sure a refresher in the actual design wouldn't hurt. And yes, my tea has cooled, so I think I'm going to treat myself to a donut. But to fill you in on what's happened, we've gone back, we've gone looking over some earlier work, which is always good to do when you're involved in a long project like this. I've been working on this book for years, so there's bound to crop up a few inconsistencies, especially since I nearly lost this whole file in a file crash, because like an idiot, I saved everything only to the flash drive. I didn't have any backup copies that I kept up to date in any meaningful context. So when the flash drive inevitably decided to throw up on itself, it put me in a very, very dangerous and spooky situation. Oh, IDK how long I'll actually be here, because I'm actually meeting a client who wants me to make a new YouTube banner. Oh, that'd be great. And I didn't know you did that, Ray. I'm going to have to talk to you because I'd like to update my banner because it's currently a hot mess. So if you have time later, I would love to talk to you about a YouTube banner. Alrighty. Let's see if I can't naturally fit in some description here. Yeah, get that dosh, Ray. Let me see. Always have backups. Yes, I have learned that now. Albeit at some great cost. Alright. Oh, thank you very much. The navigation table towards... Oh, yeah, no. Gidge has been working on her own world, and she had one of those Nexus 7 tablets, and the thing just bricked on her. So there is a lot of information in world building that she has just lost. The tablet I started all of this on is dead, and I can't get a backup. Excuse me, I can't get it back. Hopefully we can find a way to resurrect the thing, if only temporarily. World Anvil. For world building. I like that. That's clever. Come here, little teacup. I'm thirsty and I need to cut that sugar. And 7. So not only do we have a Yinglet in the chat, but he's also officially here on business from the System Alliance Human Military from Mass Effect. Groovy. I feel so privileged. Little teapot. Oh, I love having that. And I think I shall also reward myself with some cranberry and ginger. A little bit of sparkling flavored water. Because you are ever the survivalist, Gidge. There's two types of people: one who do backups and ones who haven't lost a drive yet. Oh God! Don't! Just don't even make me think about losing an entire drive. I would die. My soul would exit my body. That would just be it. There would be no more written Wednesdays. There'd be no more anything. I would just curl up and blink out of existence. Speaking of things that I need to do while I still exist in this realm, I must get Ray's address down so I can mail out a package for her tomorrow. You poor fellow. You have nothing but the utmost of my sympathies. Over a long time, though. Well, I'm glad it didn't hit you all at once. It'd just be demoralizing. Rack the brain. Ooh! Oh, I got it! Got it in one. Awesome. How did I spell that earlier for? It's up here a little bit. Oh, that's actually in the last chapter, towards the end. I know the sound I want for her voice. Yeah, Capitan, right? Or is it an E at the end? Capitan, okay, no. There's no E at the end. It is Capitan. Oh, Librickworm has entered. Hello, Librickworm. Hello, good to see you. I have donuts for well, not everybody. There's kind of a lot of you now. You're going to have to fight for donut supremacy. It might be a bit frosty outside, but it's nice and warm in my house. Trouble. Yes, yes, Captain. That is no trouble at all. Why are there two A's there? Donuts, like actual Dunkin' kind. Meg, who are you fighting? Oh, you're fighting for the donut. Ooh. Ooh, that might turn into an ugly fight if I tell you that some of them are potato donuts. That might get a little violent. Oh snap, you can have it. Worm can have it. Ooh. Bookworm works retail. We get special treatment. Oh. I'm just going to make a note right here. Because I remember originally, I thought it was going to be a funny idea that I'd have the UCASC being super anal about not using nautical terms, but in the narration using excessively nautical terms, like I was spiting myself or some characters in the book, and haha, it was going to be funny, but I felt ultimately like that would lessen the work, so I need to make sure I fix that. I have amassed countless pieces of literature for dirt cheap, and snared some rather nice pieces of clothing. Delightful! And speaking of nice and delightful, aha, the tea has cooled. Just enough so that I may drink of it. Avast me hearties indeed. Now, how did I spell that? Oh, yes, okay. Okay, I'll give you that one, spell check. I'll give you that one. Why do I keep putting double S's? Stop it. I'm full of cake and chili tonight, so there's no telling what sort of mischief I'll get into. Mother of God. Original. Put these back in the case. M-E-Y-S-A-Y. Oh, okay. M-E-Y-S-A-Y. That's how you spell Mesve. Indeed. Strange recordings as a crewman was aboard. So I think this would make an interesting discussion. When you look at art with sort of sketchy line art, what is your opinion? This is for anyone to comment on. I think it depends on the art piece. There's one thing... Here, hang on real quick. Okay, well, here's the thing. Some sketchy lines I really like. Like you had done a picture recently, Ray, where you had very sketchy lines in the hair, and it helped give it a shape and a movement and a wisp to it that I really liked. Now, this is going to date me. It's going to go back quite a ways, but if anyone remembers Neopets and like the various brushes you could do, There were a few of them called sketch brushes and stuff like that, and then some of the paints that you could paint your Neopets would have like very obvious sketch lines still on it. Like, I know Flotsam was especially bad for it, where you'd see the circle they did the head for. So it usually depends. Some sketchy lines, I think, benefit the picture and it looks great. Others run the risk of making it look lazy. Like if you see the literal armature still sketched in the picture, that usually cheapens the experience for me. That said, come here, little donut. So here's a question for everybody. I'm going to pounce on Ray's coattails here and ask you, did anyone here used to play Neopets? Kratai. I like sketchy art, especially if it's flowing. Yes. Sketchy is okay. DST really makes it work. Yes, no. To great effect, Don't Starve Together, and just the Don't Starve style in general, really just rock, excuse me, that sketchy look. That is very chocolatey and delicious, but I think I feel a hair. Indeterminate at this time. I hate that when you get a hair in your mouth, because after you swallow it, you feel that little tiny dragging sensation at the back of your throat, and ooh, I am not a fan. Not a fan of that. Alright, Ray says, I personally like sketches myself too. To me, it makes it feel like it flows better. Not to say more refined line art isn't good, but I get what you're saying. If you still see the skeletal sketch below, then it's kind of but yeah, more like DST where you can see a sort of texture with the lines. And I used to play Neopets, but not anymore. Yeah, I haven't touched it in a very long time, but I do still fondly look back at the site from time to time, and I remember all the Neopets I used to have. I actually like sketches in their own right, even ones that are the base of further work. More tea. Infinite tea. Neopets really got weird there around the end. Admittedly, yeah, I don't know where it is currently, but didn't like the Church of Scientology or something weird get involved with it? They also got rid of KeyQuest, so that bombed. Oh my god, yeah. And I loved Meepit Juice Break. Hang on. I'm curious here. I'm curious. Hang on. Something just came up. So I need to know. I need this in my life for this stream. Let's go up here. Let me see. I'm curious now, because if I can find this, this is going to be a thing for the stream. And if you're not immediately crippled with nostalgia overload, I don't know what you're doing. Let me see. Oh, please. Oh, tell me. Hang on. Let's hark. Oh, yes. Oh, YouTube has it. Yes. Oh, God. I can still see all those pipes and hear that high pitch yay before they go flying off into space. Oh God, that does my heart good. Now I hope you like this is just the ambience now for forever, for every stream from now on. This is just my background music here. Oh goodness. It's a thing. I need Caleb's sound effects board. Yes. No, you really don't. But yes. Oh God, that's what I want for Christmas. I think it was Gidge last stream who said she wanted to see me go back and just completely redo all of Halo, but with my own sound effects. So you have like this loud, distorted wart from the elites just running around. You know, I would actually love to do a Let's Play of the first Halo for my channel, because that game is an utter classic. I'd love that. Spirit of the subject. Spirit of the subject. Subject, I assume you mean. I like how some sketches okay, yeah. I am up to date in the chat. I need to get all the clips I need to get clips from all your Written Wednesday episodes and clip out all the sound effects. You're in for an insurmountable task. I think I have like 40 of these things on YouTube currently. This is the music to drink tea to. And you guys are hearing the music all okay, right? I love Meepit Juice Break. Oh God. Hippie Hoppy Baratzes. Hippie Hoppy Baratzes. That they are. I'm just going to smile and nod and hope that whatever that is that makes you type that way is not infectious. I like JT music myself. Oh God, is he the one who does all the popular music like Flumpty's Jam and stuff like that? No, that's DA Games. JT Music. I know I've listened to his stuff. I just spazzed. Fair enough. Look out, guys. What was another good Neopets song? Throw another good one my way. Let's see. Let's go down memory lane while we type here. Throw me one of the ones you really remember. Oh yeah, the rap vids. Okay, yeah. I know the one. I also really like DA not DA Games. I like DA Games, but the one I was trying to think of was Dan Bull. And the Stupendium's very good too. Elder Scrolls, Overwatch, and Undertale. Oh yeah, Undertale has great music. But this is the theme for the music tonight. Anybody have any fond recollections of Neopets music that they'd like to hear? Like The rap of villains they do. Oh, yes, I know the one. I know the one. I know the one. It's been so long since I played Neopets, I don't remember any of the music. Alright, I'm going to play a song real quick. And I just want to see... Gidge, I know you'll know this one. Let me see, is that... Okay, that isn't showing anything. The VisiPop stuff. That has great music for Angel Dust. But I'm not going to say what I'm hunting up. I'm just going to play it. And I'm going to see if you guys remember this. Just let it happen. And if the nostalgia hits, let me know. Oh yeah, the Haunted Woods was basically a scam. All it did was waste your time. But anybody who isn't Gidge, because I know you'll know this, let me know if the nostalgia kicks in. Copyright strikes I have never once adhered to. Well, it's not even a strike either. I don't monetize my channel, so effectively I could have background music in all of these if I wanted. I'm surprised nobody in the chat seems to be reacting to this. Am I the only one who had this moment? I feel when your pet gets sick because... that feeling when your pet gets sick because random event and people have all the meds at super high prices. Yep. The music sounds a little familiar, but that was before I had a laptop and Dad never wanted noise from the computer to interrupt his time watching the baseball games. So I nearly... Oh, that's sad. I'm not super good at recalling Neopets stuff. This isn't Neopets. If everyone gives up, unless Ray's about to blow my mind and be like, I know exactly what that is. Ray, do you have any ideas? Or Kurtai? Anything? Anybody? Hello? Because I was super into this game when I was younger. And you can ask Colby about this too, because I remember once she came over to visit, and during the time she was here, I remember she got an upset stomach and she laid down on the couch, and while I was letting her rest, I booted up RuneScape, classic RuneScape, and started playing around. So she was laying there, and apparently she wasn't asleep, so she asked me later, dude, while I was laying there sick, did you boot up classic RuneScape? Because I heard the music, and I'm just like, single manly tear. No regrets whatsoever. God, yeah, no, this, so many afternoons with classic RuneScape. I used to play RuneScape a little bit. Yep, same here. And one of my favorite things, about playing it was the characters who would be in like all default gear, except for they'd give themselves red hair with the big loopy pigtails, and they'd be walking around cutting trees down in like a big circle, and they'd all recreate that one Wendy's commercial where they're going, wait a sec, I deserve a hot juicy burger. And then you'd see a fleet, like a wall, a field of that yellow text in all caps, hot juicy burger, just screaming back at you. It was, my soul. My soul! Okay, that's all done. That was fun while it lasted. Now time to get blasted on nice, delicious Earl Grey tea. let me see if I can't go a little bit farther. Oh, well, that was quick. Hello, I'm drinking all the tea. Sorry for that, Katie. I remember playing RuneScape. I couldn't tell the difference between facial features, so I just clicked randomly. Then the game was updated, and I learned I was a chick with blue hair and a unibrow. Yes! Oh, God, I remember that. Those horrible pixel graphics where you'd see, like, 3/4 of your eyebrow, the lips kind of, and, like, your eyes always looked like All Might no matter what. Oh, God, I remember. Oh, I miss it. Like, everyone's so big on graphics now, but I don't care even remotely about the graphics. I still feel so nostalgic. If I could, I'd just sit here and play RuneScape for hours again. BRB, again, ugh, clothes. Oh, yeah. And speaking of clothes, there was only one good starter outfit for the dudes, which had, like, the metal shoulders, sleeveless, the vambraces, and you're walking around looking all tough. That is the only way to start. That same character, I decided to wear a reindeer hood year-round. I remember that, yeah. It was Icarus 404, I think. And you had like this big full plate armor on and then just this reindeer head no matter what, and we were always trying to save up like the 1,000,000 gold it would take to buy you like the dragon Halloween mask. Oh, good times, good times. Good times, just not for writing. My childhood was actually a My childhood was actually an MMORPG called Flyff. Flyff? It just makes me think of that Garfief meme. Flyff. What was it? Oh god! Oh god! Did anyone actually play Toontown? Because I remember seeing like the commercials for that forever, and I never got to play the short for Fly for Fun. Oh, that sounds cool. I like that. I never actually got to play Toontown online, but like I loved the commercials. Toontown online, like you had like this heavy smoker dude who was trying to. It sounded like a mafia hookup. It's like, hey, maybe you want to play Toontown, or maybe I don't have to break your ankles. Buy the game. Find your mommy's credit card. I'll be waiting. I remember playing that Fly for a few hours. I never actually played Fly. I never even heard of it. Let me see. What did I think World of Heroes Online. The City of Heroes, that's what it was. City of Heroes. City of Heroes was the one I always heard of and wanted to play because I always wanted to be a superhero. I never got to play The Sims, even though I really wanted to play The Sims. RuneScape I played a lot of. Ooh! Adventure Quest! Adventure Quest was one I played a lot. Like, after I got done with RuneScape, I remember someone, I think it was Gidge, introduced me to Adventure Quest online. And it was during the event with that necromancer guy, the guy who was all skulls. Oh, God, what was his name? Oh, I don't remember. Oh, I always also wanted to play EVE Online, Guild Wars 2, World of Warcraft, but I never had the time to get into any of that stuff. Plus, I never had a system where I could actually pay for, like, bi-monthly to be on a game. That just was not financially possible for me. I might have to get into that at some time, and my YouTube channel will just be a documentary of all the old games I wanted to play. But if I recall correctly, City of Heroes is just gone. So is Toontown. I think they closed down Toontown. Yeah, like, unless someone went through and cracked those games, in which case I think they're just gone to infinity and their moment in the sun has long since passed. To live and to dream of things gone by. Oh, I tell you what, something I did do though. I played WoW far too much. I hear that's easy to do, and I know watching the South Park episode only made me want to play it more. And I really unironically came to love that song. Live to win till you die, till the light dies in your eye. Oh, Fusion Fall. Yes, I heard of that. God, there's a couple of them out there I really wanted to get into. But I tell you what I really did get into, going back to the previous point. Those Flash websites, where it's like Metabots.com, Digimon.com, and you get like the really JPEG, MIDI, crunchy sounding audio where it's just like Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Like, and it's like really terrible quality, but it's just enough that you can make it out and you're just like, yeah, this is cool. And it's like, make your own Digimon, and it's like 16 pixels by 16 pixels, so you can only do like some sort of like a horrible block and just pretend it looks like what you imagined, or it would like you. It would let you like drag and drop specific parts or something, and like, you've made your own Metabot. Hit print, and you could print it out and just like, look, I did this to all your friends. Oh god, those websites, like, you could do nothing on them. The games were all subpar and it was all terrible. But at the time, it was the coolest thing ever, because that MIDI music, just to do that intro song, or it would have the looping track, and you'd feel like, oh god, it's like the cartoon. I'm a part of the show. I played from public beta and rated for most of it. Never again. Oh, hang on. Speaking of obscure stuff, did anybody ever watch Fighting Foodons or Flint the Time Detective? Because I can still hear that theme song. I wonder, can I Flint the Time Detective opening? Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, please be the English one. Please be the English one. Please be... Oh! I have not... I am going to force you guys to relive my childhood with me.
Now, back from prehistoric time, here's Flint.
Oh, yep. Oh, God, I remember this. Oh, yes. Oh. You fell into the nostalgia hole. It is not a nostalgia hole. It is a pit. I am plummeting in a free fall to the center of the earth. Just humming the tune to Flint the Time Detective. Or Time Squad. I love Time Squad, too. Oh, jeez. Oh, Lord help me.
Crossing the time barrier to save the world.
Yep. I remember all of this. And it's all like that old style of anime where it looks like those how to draw manga books that were everywhere at the time. You have my deepest sympathies and I guess respect all at the same time if you still have those. I still have mine. I bought them. I saved up at every Scholastic's book fair because it's like, how to draw manga. I want to draw the cool cartoons. That was just my world. Oh, I need a donut. I need the emotional support donut. Come here. That was just frosting. Here we go. Yes. Yes, this is my general state of existence at this moment. Cheers to days gone by. I can still hear that song. And I know like 80% of it was just gibberish. It kind of puts me in mind of that one clip I absolutely hate of that dude just like another rap beat going like, and he just makes this obnoxious nonsense noise. This stream is just cries and 90s. My jaw actually hurts from grinning that much. Yes, indeed. End scene. Oh god. Can I get away with a little bit more nostalgia? Like, are you guys sick of nostalgia yet, or can I get away with one more? Because this is going to be a broad topic, and I don't know if everyone got this, but for like the longest time, I only ever had like really, really basic cable. So I wouldn't like I'd be watching like channels like UPN and stuff like that. And the first time we got Dish Network, I got a channel called G4, and like early G4 was the best. I loved what was it? X-Play, Attack of the Show, Cheat, and then there was one more before it where it was this guy in this green like flight suit, and occasionally he talked to like this 3D elf character or something like that. Oh god, what was that? I don't remember the name of the show, but I remember I really enjoyed that show. I miss G4 back the way it was before they started doing like movies all the time. And Adam Sessler was absolutely the best. Drink the juice, refill the tea. I have a system here, just a well-oiled machine here. Now, if only I could get this kind of precision done with typing and just be like, laser beam focused. The right vestige? Is that the right word? Let me see. Synonyms. Yeah. Okay. Alright, well, I am going to go take a nostalgic shower. Thank you all very much for joining me. I think I'm going to end the stream here. And until next Wednesday, keep a kind state of mind and stay true to your dreams. I know you'll make it there one day to where you want to be. Whether it's art, whether it's writing, or whatever in between. Stay true to you and don't stop trying. See you next Wednesday, and thank you very much for joining me. Until then.